well, next day, I'm here by myself again.
There's no one here beside me.
Cutting up the Miata, more time. We spent a little too much time last night planning, and now we kind of know what we're going to do. And so, well, I know what I'm going to do. Chris isn't here to help me tonight. So basically, we got as far as just chopping this back section of the Miata off because we had to sell this piece of the car to a person. Came down from Oklahoma this afternoon, picked up all the parts, the bumpers and fenders and all that crap, and for his project car, so that's cool.
Thank you.
We recouped some money back. So now I'm gonna finish this section, but the main thing is getting this all taken care of, getting that whole side taken off and this chopped, and then getting the dashboard out. I wanna try and do all that tonight and come back and work all night long and try to do this. I might stop and talk in between breaks, who knows. But let me toss it on time lapse again. I mean, it's fun for me, I love cutting shit up, but for you guys, like I'm looking for stuff that's more exciting, so I don't know, maybe something will catch on fire or blow up for you or something, and you guys can have a good time. All right, let's get to chopping.
Let's get to chopping.
All right, so everything I just did on that side, now I gotta do on the dropper side, just like this. And bam, it's done just like that. Let's take a look-see and see what we got here. So we lost, I don't know, we probably lost quite a bit of weight. So kind of want to put on the scale and see what's going on. First thing I got to do is vacuum all this crap up real quick, zip tie the tail lights on it, plug it all in, and seats in it, see if it runs, and then go from there. Maybe we can go out and do some 360s in a parking lot or something. It's been a few days since the last time we messed with the Miata. Right now, well, earlier on, what I did is I put the seats in it. I had to fix some stuff with the windshield wipers, bungee corded the battery in place, and zip tied the lights on there. Tossed a license plate on it, and went and drove it up and got the alignment done real quick. And but now we're about to get to doing the roll cage. But before the roll cage, I want to let you know, if you go to TexasRacingChannel.com, we have a whole bunch of merchandise. We've got hats, stickers, t-shirts, hoodies. So get on there, check it out, and let me know what you think about some of the merchandise in the comments, and also buy you something, and it helps support the channel, helps us pay for these little projects that we have going on. So enough with that stuff. Let's get to getting this cage figured out and tacked in place. Let me get all this stuff laying out real quick. What do we got going on over there? This time it's a fire truck and I didn't do it. Oh, okay, they must have stopped to get cookies. They were selling lemonade and cookies over there. Good job, Bedford. The little kids were selling lemonade and cookies. When you see me munching over here earlier, that's what I was munching on. I already went over there. Got me and Gary. What's up, buddy? I've already been munching on the cookies and the lemonade. So anyway, let's get back to business. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the seats out real quick, and I'm just gonna pull this dash out and move some stuff around so I got space, so I can kind of just set things in there and try to figure it out from the picture or where everything goes. Bam, just like that, the dashboard is out. Let me get over here, and you can see no dashboard, gauge cluster is hooked up, checked everything, car starts, runs. I didn't drive it, of course, obviously I'm doing this. What I gotta do now is I already started doing it a little bit just to make sure, so that I figured out that these pieces fit here. Let me tack weld these in real quick on each side, and then we'll go ahead and get that bar set up in there. Okay. So you can see I got just two little tack welds in place here, and then that'll hold it in place for what I'm doing. So now this guy has to sit up in here. So I just gotta measure between here and here and make sure it's spaced properly and put a mark on it. Let me figure out a way of strapping this puppy in. Okay, I kind of got these magnets holding it in place. So let me take some measurements. Just sitting back and looking at it, I mean, it looks pretty straight up and down. I've got a level over there. Let me just do some measurements and make sure I got it squared away where it needs to be. They seem to fit better up against this right here. So I'm gonna bet that one goes there. And then they give you these two larger, so that means this one will go on that side. And then they got a smaller one and a larger one. I'm gonna imagine because your space over here is limited as far as that, this one's probably gonna go like right here. So what I'm gonna do is put that plate underneath there, just so it's got the right amount of space lifted up. And then I think I've got it pretty much well positioned here. It's pretty flat. Once I scoot it up a little bit, it'll be nice and flat. And then this piece will go basically right here. And then this back one, I believe, sits a little lower. I think it sits like down right here. I'll just put little tacks on it, hope it does what it's supposed to do. I don't know, we'll find out here in a second. Okay, so I'm about to call it for the night, but I got a couple things tack welded in place. I bought some more roll cage bar from Summit, and I actually might even make my own door bars, because I want them on both sides to bend out and go in like this, so you have space on this side too. So anyway, I'll come back tomorrow. It's like 3:30 in the morning, like normal, and try to get this a little more cleared up because I want to try and have this cage completely welded together and done. I'm going to take a shower, go to bed, and then get up tomorrow and come back and try and get some more done on this. We'll see you guys in a little while. All right, boys and girls, next day, pulled all the stuff out for, I've got a bunch of extra roll bar. That's for the crash bars and bumpers, and I guess now that's going to turn into door bars. And then I got the notcher, so got to see if that helps out, or I'm just going to grind them, one of the two. And I got the notcher sitting over here, and I got to mount that real fast so I can notch the pipes. And then once I get this stuff all notched, so I'm gonna notch this one, make it flat. Same thing with the other side. Get these where they're supposed to be. That way none of this stuff is moving around like back or forth. Then I'll make the door bars, and then I'll also make sure that this top bar, actually I put that in first, then make the door bars, because that's gonna, you know, go like this, and on top I'll have to put the strap on there to hold it. So anyway, let me get this stuff all set up, and got my chop saw, got all my tools, got a fresh attitude. So let's get it knocked out, and hopefully here in a couple hours I could have this thing pretty much dialed in to pull out so I can completely weld all the welds. So now we've got, let me show you. We've got the front bars in, we've got the back bars in. Everything's lined up really good. It's pretty much exactly where I wanted it. Nice and clean. So now I've got to go through and I've got to do the front bar on top here. I'll have to notch that out and get that one placed in. All right, so busted out the notcher. This is my weird contraption because it's what I got. But I got it set up in here, and basically this is just my piece of pipe I'm gonna need to go like this. So it goes on basically like that. This pipe right here is simulating this bar right here, and it's gonna be like right about here, and then go across to the other side, and then I'll do one side first and then do the other. Wow, that worked out way better than I thought it was going to work out. Completely cool. I've never used a tubing notcher. I've always done everything by hand, and this is like life-changing. Damn it, I should have used it for those other bars. Oh well, I was being lazy, but now that I know what it does, holy crap. So anyway, let me go and test fit this one real quick and see how it fits on there, and then we can just do the same thing to the other side. Hopefully it all works out and I didn't do it backwards. All right, so that completely worked. The bar's sitting low right now, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit in the car and I'm gonna push the bar up and rotate it and then tack it on each side real quick, and then probably like 2 or 3 tacks around each, because like I said, when I get this done, then I can do the sidebars. But hell, now that I can notch it like that, and it's so much easier, holy crap. Man, I wasted so much time earlier doing this crap. I feel like such an idiot.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
Anyway. Because I'm actually kind of excited about doing the door bars because I get to use a new tool to bend them, so that'd be kind of cool. But I'm not sure how good I'm going to be at getting it exactly like those, so we'll find out. I'm used to using like a hydraulic pipe bender. Back in the day, I used to have one of those by my shop up in Michigan and Detroit. But hopefully the rest of it goes as good as this did. Although it did take me some time, I got it exactly the way I wanted it. So in the end, it all worked out. Yeah, let me get this bar figured out, and then we'll be one more step closer. I got it as high as I could go because I want it to kind of be flat with the roof and be up just a tiny bit right there. So, I mean, because when I was sitting in here before with the factory seat, I was either looking underneath it or I was sticking my head over the top of it. How many of you guys have ever seen Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie Commando when he rips out the seat out of that little red car in the mall? That's what I felt like sitting in this thing. So hopefully these seats I just ordered come in, sit quite a bit lower. I think they sit about 4 inches lower, 3 inches lower, and that'll probably fix everything. Plus they recline back, so I can move them forward a hair, push them back, blah, blah, blah. So now let's get the door bars in. I'm trying to make 2 more of these. I don't think it'll be too hard, but this is me we're talking about, so we'll see what happens. It came with some already, these pieces I'm not using. So I'm gonna use this big piece here. The other 2 pieces are too small for the door bars. So I'll screw this piece up, and then once I get done screwing that up and I need more, I went to Summit and bought 5 or 6 sticks here of 1.5 tube. So let me get this thing set up and see if I can't screw it up real quick, and then we'll see what happens. So got the first bend done, and it's pretty much right on. You can see here, it's exactly the same, 40 degrees. So now what will happen is when I get done is obviously, I'll end up cutting it off to match this one here. So I'm not worried about that. So now I've got to do this bend. So basically I got to flip the pipe over the other side and do the exact same bend right here so that it just does a little up like that. Let's do that quick. Been a weekend. We had a show to bring the car to. We kind of just slapped it together real fast. Let me show you what the end product is of that particular deal. But and also, I have my cousin and my brother came by real quick. So my cousin Joe is visiting from Detroit. He's staying with my brother who lives like an hour and a half away in buttfuck Egypt.
Watch your profanity.
And but they're coming over there just here for a day or two to screw around. But we took this to the baddest mall tire in America just for display, and we just had it sit out in front of the booth, and we had the lights on. Rob, plug that light in real quick. We just had it just temporarily on like this to bring attention over to the display, and then it brought people over and they bought t-shirts, hoodies, and hats and all that stuff, Texas Racing Channel stuff. So what we're gonna do today is, or in the next couple hours, is we're gonna cut the back of the car off right here and start figuring out how we're gonna build the trunk in here. Joe had a great idea about cutting it up right here because this comes together as a square right here, and so we're just gonna cut that out and see how much space we have because we can put some sheet metal in there. He had thrown some ideas against it, and he was 100% right that this looks like complete shit and that we should redo it. So we're gonna give it a try and see what happens. And then Rob is gonna be helping me get the door bars fit. I'm gonna be doing the door bars, but we have to put a seat in real fast because those showed up. I have to put these in because these seats are gonna sit about probably 3 or 4 inches lower in the where your butt is, and then this part of the seat sits about 3 or 4 inches higher than where this one is, and so this seat's gonna probably come up to here. But we gotta toss it in there and fit it and see how it goes. So with that being said, I'm gonna throw it on time lapse like I always do. We're gonna get to work. So let's get to it. All right, well, we're going to cut it short this time and join us next time as we finish grinding down the chassis and get the car painted and take it out and do some 360s.